There are lots of people in the Numberblocks fandom, including me, and if any of those people can draw or have gotcha, they're gonna make the Numberblocks into humans. And I, for one, am very guilty of this. But that's another video for another day. What I'm here to talk about is why Numberblocks as humans is not canon and why it shouldn't be canon. First off, why is the Numberblocks as humans canon? Because. Just why? There's no reason. Now for a legitimate answer, Debbie Morgan states in a The Guardian article written by Stuart Heritage, all previous maths programs for younger children have been about a character who does some maths, she says. They go on a picnic and they share things out. They go fishing and they count the number of fish that they caught. So the maths have been an add-in, but with Numberblocks, the characters are the maths. Continuing to read from the article, she's talking literally. Each character in Numberblocks is a block of numbers. So 1, perhaps the protagonist of the whole show, is a single cube. 2 is made of 2 ones stacked together. 3 has 3 juggling balls, adds Morgan. The characteristics that interest children are actually mathematical characteristics. 17 is a one-off and does all these crazy shapes, and is a bit eccentric because he's 17 and a prime number. So, taking the information from this article, making the Numberblocks as humans, well, as interesting and fun as it would be, it kind of defeats the whole purpose of Numberblocks. Secondly, why it shouldn't be canon. Just imagine what it would do to the fandom. So many people have made their versions of the Numberblocks as humans, and to have one would get rid of all the creativity that went into everyone's characters. I mean, you remember when you had your special 23, if 23 was actually a number block before 2021, and then 23 became a number block? Just imagine that, but with all of the human versions of Numberblocks. You would have one name, you would have one appearance, you would have to throw all of your ideas into the trash. Because once the Numberblocks as humans is canon, well, you can't have your version. If you draw fan art, you don't draw one, but if you made one, unless that's specifically what you're doing. And if that is what you're specifically doing, it's not really Numberblocks. Yeah, go ahead, you draw yourself as Numberblock characters. That's a completely different thing. But if the Numberblocks were humans, then everyone would have to settle on this one design. And not everyone would like it. They wouldn't really be free to make their own without it all being awkward, if you know what I mean. Continuing with the 23, if 23 was a Numberblock example from before, I made my own 23 and I was so proud of her design. Then the real 23 came up. I had to stop using that 23. I had to use the official one. And if that happened with Numberblocks as humans, I couldn't bear to stop using my designs. They're technically the only people I draw now. And if I had to stop using those designs, I don't know what. But it would disappoint me a lot. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who would feel that. If you have your own designs, yeah, I bet you'd be pretty bummed out as well. And I wouldn't have these fun challenges where I design, for example, 60 if she was a human, or characters that I haven't done yet, because it would already be decided. That's all I have to say for now. If you have any suggestions or things that I should have mentioned but didn't, and if you want to see all of my designs, then let me know in the comments, because if you don't, I'm probably not gonna do it for a very long time. And if you like gotcha animations, Numberblocks content, then check out the rest of my channel. Okay, bye.